Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. As we wrap up, is this not the fastest 90 minutes? I mean, have y'all may feel like you've been here 2 hours, but I've been standing up the whole time due to my surgery recovery, but you guys have been lounging around not doing nothing, so
it's been pretty quick, Larry. I would say that.
Juan knows it's quick because he's got things to do today. I wanted to save this last guest for today's show because he is a special friend. He's got a special ability to relate to a career that he's chosen. Besides being a farm guy from Kentucky, the love he has for bird dogs, and the only problem was I wasn't there on the steps of Ames Manor when they called out Lester's Shockwave as the 2022 National Bird Dog Championship. But I told Gary Lester, who is the handler of this wonderful dog, that I was there in spirit, and now we're going to talk to Gary about how it happened. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning. How you doing, Mr. Larry?
I am doing great. Let's talk. You came down. You had how many dogs? 5 dogs in the competition. There was like 21 dogs total, and you got the break of getting that final day. The weather delayed one day, pushed you to the final day. I was at the boat show. I couldn't be there. You're running by yourself, a by dog, and what does this dog do but put on a show? So talk about it, Gary, as you got ready for that final run and to win it for, is this number 6 or what is this, number 5? What is this? How many is this for you now?
This is the 6th time I've won the national.
6th time to won the national.
Bird
What
dog
was going
championship,
through?
yes, sir.
What was going through your mind when you climbed into the saddle that final day and thinking, well, is this going to be it? So talk us through how everything worked out.
Well, always the night before the last day of the national, they'll call whoever's winning it at that time.
Yes.
Where they can be there and have their owners or family, whatever there, So I'd had a dog that did pretty good, but I didn't get the call.
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay.
So I knew when I went up there, that's my last shot.
Yes.
And it is an advantage to be able to run a dog in the national by yourself. You don't have to share the birds with the other dog, and you just don't have the pressure of the other dog and handler being there.
But you jumped. The dog jumped right out there. I mean, he 23 minutes. He was already had his first find. On his way to 5. 4 more flawless finds, as I read William Smith's report here. So it fell into place. I mean, the conditions were.
It did. I've been very blessed, to own some good animals and be associate with a lot of good people. There's a lot of us work together to get this thing done. We call our little deal the company, and there's a lot of us play parts in it.
Yes.
But on that last day, that front was coming in, so birds were feeding. And, of course, I've run at the Ames Plantation a lot. I think the first time I ran down there was about 1993 or 4, maybe, in an amateur trial.
Sure.
But I've gone down there for years, and I know where traditionally birds are, And that don't mean they're going to be there today, but it's a good place to start looking. And this dog, Shockwave, I call him Bud. He's very biddable. He'll listen to me, let me send him, where I want him. And on his first find, there's a little thicket there if you cross the road. And a lot of times there's some birds around that little thicket, and I sent him over there, and sure enough, right outside that thicket is a little tree line, and he pointed covey.
I know that place. That's Mounting Block Field right there.
That's right.
Been
That's
there.
right.
Been there. And
after that, you go through a little gap, and there's big feed fields on the right. And I sent him all the way in next to the woods there. I always, I was a bird hunter way before I was a field trialer, and a lot of times them birds would be, at the edge of the woods, and there was some feed strips in there, and he pointed covey there. So that was two places that I'd seen him, and birds happened to be there, and so Thursday. You see, I went on a Sunday, but Thursday before I'd ran a dog on that same course, Miller Speed Dial, a 2020 champion, and he had pointed cover in some bicolor over there, and so I sent old Bud up in that bicolor, and sure enough, he pointed that covey.
Old Bud. How
he was doing good.
How old's this dog?
I believe he's four. Coming 5, I think.
Okay, all right.
But he and his brother, Shockwave and Storm Surge.
Yes, that's his brother.
They're litter mates, and they've been good dogs for me. They won lots of field trials for me. I sold them to Mr. Tommy Hamilton and his wife Bonnie.
Yes, Tommy and Bonnie. Okay.
Yeah, after I got them qualified for the National, and so they've had them. This is their second season now, and so they won a lot of field trials for them, and they have enjoyed them.
And the dog is 3 hours for y'all not familiar with Ames Plantation. This was the 123rd running of the National Bird Dog Championship. To get that, 123 years. Ron Wong was not here. John Gordon was not here. I wasn't even here. No, Gary Lester wasn't here. I mean, Mr. Ames was there and started this thing.
Yeah.
And to be
it's a lot of history,
a lot of history.
Place and the National Championship. And, we talk about the Super Bowl and the NBA Championship and all, and they're just babies compared,
to the Bird Dog Championship. So what did it mean, Gary? You've been on that steps before. What did this one mean to you? Because I know with 5 dogs entered the competition, they couldn't find birds. Birds were at a premium. So what does it mean for you guys to win this thing? And there's a lot of people that I know that you weren't there. You didn't do it all. I mean, your handler, your scout, the Hamiltons.
I'm a handler, and my scout, Corey Reinhardt.
Yes.
From down close to Tupelo, Mississippi.
Yes.
Did a good job, and Nick Thompson.
Nick,
from
yes.
around Hickory Flat.
Yes.
Mississippi.
Yes.
He rides the front for me and scouts if Corey gets out of place, and of course Mr. Derek Bonner and his wife, Miss Dale, help all my puppies up in North Carolina.
Yes, they do. Yes.
And then Mr. Farrell and
Mr.
Farrell Miller, and
yes.
Of course, he's my mentor all the way around.
He's a mentor for so many people. So I mean, to win it again, does it? It's still sweet, isn't it, Gary? I mean, really.
Well, this is a Super Bowl of bird dogs, and it's good every time. And when you first start out, every season, I mean, that's the goal, is to win the national championship. And, sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't, but
it's worked out
good for us.
Six times. Works good for seeing. We're talking to Gary Lester, the handler for the 2022 National Bird Dog Championship. That was Lester Shockwave, or his call name, which he's not out there. You won't hear Gary yelling out Lester Shockwave to the dog, but that dog knows it's Bud. And it's a special Bud. I guess this Bud's for you. I don't know, but this dog was able to do this and win another championship. And before we let you go, Gary, I know the ingredients: style, stamina, and the ability to locate coveys of quail. That's the Ames.
That's right.
That's the standard.
That's Ames and standard, and you know what? He definitely met that standard.
He met it.
And I always got to give God the honor and glory, for His kingdom. And,
yes.
And He allows me to do this, and He's allowed me to, through the dogs and horses, to be able to minister to a lot of people, especially to a lot of children.
Yes, and, that's right. Yeah.
It's worked out. It's worked out awful good. I'm sure just humbled to be a part of it.
You are a blessed man, Gary Lester. You know that.
Yes, sir.
As we are.
My wife, she puts up with me.
Oh, does she really? I bet she does.
Well, yeah. I tell you what, I've been in my bed 5 nights now since Christmas night. I've been
You've been on the road, buddy.
These dogs. Yeah, that's right.
5 nights since Christmas. Oh, my gosh.
That's right. But, I enjoy it. And my wife, she comes visits me, And,
well, I think she's
a big supporter.
It's a team effort, Gary. Thank you for being with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Again, congratulations. And I knew that dog was going to do it, Gary. I just knew it. Okay?
Thank you. Get well soon.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Take it easy. All right? All right, Gary Lester. All right, let me tell you about next week's show real quickly. Buckmasters Trophy records are out again. 18,000 world-class deer. The new book is out. It probably weighs more than I do, but we're going to talk to Mike Hadley. He is the executive director for Buckmasters Trophy Records next week. How about Mojo Outdoors? You know those folks, don't you, John Gordon?
I do know the Mojo.
Yes. Well, we're going to talk to Steve Barfield of Mojo Outdoors. Got a big giveaway. We'll probably talk to the world's #1 coyote hunter, and that's Byron Smith.
Wow, cool.
Yes, and then we have Dustin Connell coming on next week, and we're going to get one more, right, Ron?
Yes, we are.
For the Red Crest, and Dustin's coming off a big win. We've already secured him, and Ron's going to get us another Red Crest guy on next week's show, and I'm looking forward to talking to them and keeping up with Ron's travels.
It's difficult.
It is difficult. Yeah, it is that.
Life is good.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you very much. John, any closing?
Larry, we just want you to get well 100%.
Well,
that's right, Larry.
That. Yeah, I'm about 90 right now. This is the first time I've ever done the show standing up. But it's
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is to be vertical is a lot better than being the other way around. So
you don't want to be horizontal.
No. I can't get down to that one very well. That's a fact. But thank you, all you listeners, all you callers. I've had texts, I've had emails about my condition, and just pray for my wife Miriam as she tries to take care of this.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, was there any reason for that ad lib right there? Huh? Was there any reason? I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
What?
The first person that emails me at LROutdoors at att.net, LROutdoors at att.net, this is going to really break my heart because I have a collection of these things. But Ron has brought back a 2022 media guy from the Classic.
Yeah.
Jason Christie, we will have on later this month.
Yeah.
We'll talk to Jason on the radio here. But Ron has brought, I'm going to give this away to the first person that contacts me at LROutdoors at att.net and said, keep Ron on the radio. Just keep saying that, okay? Write that for me and everything. And I'm not going to throw in the pen because I collect those. All right, this is Larry Ray. I know who I am. Thanks, Bill. Reminding you each and every week it doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And what else?
God bless the USA.